welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're stepping away a bit from the usual deep dives into corporate reports or, political strategies.
Yeah, we're looking at something with a lot more drama. Definitely.
Exactly. But it's the strategy behind the drama that's got us hooked. We're dissecting this narrative about calculated public vengeance.
It's not just, getting even. It's presented as a really advanced form of competitive strategy.
Right. Forget simple feuds like you see in movies, or just some angry social media post.
Oh, yeah. This is way beyond that. We're diving into a source about a really highly calculated, multi-layered act of public revenge. And it all goes down during this glittering theater opening night. I mean, the planning alone is something else.
So our mission really is to unpack that strategy. The source actually calls it the void of vengeance.
The void of vengeance, okay.
Yeah. We want to look at the planning, how the public shaming part was executed, and maybe get to the core question this whole thing raises. When does a really calculated move get written off as just, pettiness?
That's a great question. And we're pulling this from a narrative that follows former actress Alara Vance.
Right. Alara Vance, her career completely imploded, 2 years ago. There was that scandal with her partner Liam and her rival Genevieve.
Exactly. And now she's back. But she's operating anonymously using the name Ariadne. And she's written this play, Crimson Shadows. It's apparently the most talked about thing in ages.
So the curtain's about to go up, literally on the play, but also, figuratively on her whole plan.
Precisely.
Okay, let's get into it. We kind of have to start with Alara herself, right? Her transformation seems key.
Absolutely foundational.
She used to be this, approachable girl next door, the rom-com queen, but that person, apparently gone.
Yeah, the source says that old self was sanded away by 2 years of exile. Exile changes people.
It sounds like it. This isn't just a comeback. It feels like a strategic repositioning.
That's a good way to put it. She's described now as having sharp edges and quiet calculation. You can't pull off something this complex if you're just reacting emotionally,
Right. She had to shift from being the victim, which is often seen as weak, to being this person in control, the anonymous playwright pulling the strings. Resource-heavy control, as you said.
Exactly. And her targets, Liam and Genevieve, they walk right into it. They show up at the premiere expecting, the usual.
The A-list treatment. Adoration. Status. The best seats in the house. Prime placement.
They expect the whole event to validate them, And there's another player here, an ally for Alara.
Ah, yes, Marcus. The journalist.
Right, the cynical investigative journalist who apparently became her lover and ally. He's watching the whole thing unfold with her from a private box way up in the shadows.
So he's not just there for moral support. He's kind of the operational backup. And maybe the chronicler of it all.
You could say that. He's part of the plan, observing the humiliation.
Okay, so now we get to the first big move. The tactic that gives the whole plot its name. The empty front row.
Yes. And what's really striking here is just the sheer audacity of it and how she uses wealth specifically to deny status.
It sounds wild. The whole front row of this prestigious theater.
Yeah.
Empty.
Completely empty. Described as a yawning, empty void. A silent scandal. A brazen, expensive insult.
Okay, hold on though. Isn't that incredibly risky? You're spending, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars?
Fortune, yeah.
Just to have empty seats. To an outsider, couldn't that just look like, a publicity stunt gone wrong?
Yeah.
Or just someone rich acting out?
It could if you didn't understand the strategy. But its power lies in establishing resource asymmetry right off the bat.
Explain that. Resource asymmetry.
She bought every single seat in that front row. Not just a few, all of them. And explicitly requested they be kept empty.
Total denial.
Total denial. Think of it like in business, buying up essential land or patents your competitor needs and just sitting on them. Blocking access. It's a power move.
And it hits Liam and Genevieve immediately. They arrive, all smiles, ready for their prime spot.
Ready for the cameras, yeah.
And they get redirected by some poor, flustered usher. The source says their humiliation was instant and very public. They had to do the walk of shame up to the mezzanine.
Ouch. In a place like that, opening night, prestige is all about proximity. Where you sit means something.
So by creating that vacuum, that
She
void,
physically, publicly, and financially stripped them of the status they expected, forced them into a visibly less important spot. It's a statement before the play even begins.
and the source even gives her reasoning for the cost, which is interesting. She apparently said she didn't want real fans of the theater to have to watch her rivals squirming.
So she frames it almost as protecting the real audience while creating this this private viewing box of discomfort just for Liam and Genevieve, turning the public space private in a way.
Okay, so the empty row sets the stage, establishes her power, her financial clout.
Clears the decks, yeah. For weapon number 2, the play itself.
Right, Crimson Shadows. And this is where art becomes a weapon.
A very direct assault, yeah. Described as a brutal, brilliant dissection of Hollywood hypocrisy. Weaponized narrative, like you said.
And the plot. Oh, it sounds pretty familiar.
Unmistakably so, according to the source. It's about a beloved actress betrayed by her partner and a jealous co-star. And the mechanism. A doctored video used to create a scandal.
Wow, so she's not just hinting at it. She's forcing Liam and Genevieve to sit there and watch their own betrayal play out on stage under this critical artistic lens.
In front of everyone. Can you imagine the pressure? The source mentions Alara watching them squirm in their seats, and that their discomfort was like a balm on an old festering wound for her.
So the play makes everyone in the audience connect the dots between the stage and the couple up in the mezzanine.
Exactly, and that pressure builds until intermission. That's when Genevieve cracks.
She confronts Alara.
Yeah, apparently visibly shaken. Finds Alara at the champagne bar. By now, she's figured out that Ariadne, the anonymous playwright, is Alara.
What does she say?
Calls the play filth and libel. She's reacting emotionally, trying to discredit the art, dismiss it.
But Alara doesn't take the bait, does she?
Not at all. She delivers this perfect little counterpunch. Acknowledges the play, mirrors reality, sure, but then immediately pivots back to their physical position, their lack of status.
Ah, the line about the view.
Exactly. She says something like, the view from up there is different, isn't it? You can see all the strings.
Oof. Reminding them, the other ones being watched now as subjects of her production, basically stuck in the cheap seats she put them in.
And that brings us right to the core distinction. The reason we're doing this deep dive, really, Liam steps in.
And he tries to downplay the whole empty row thing.
Yeah, calls it the pettiest thing I've ever heard. Tries to frame it as small, emotional, insignificant.
And this is the moment, right? For you, the listener, pay attention here. Why isn't it petty? Alara calls him out immediately.
She does. She says he confused a calculated move for pettiness. And then adds that he always thought my kindness was weakness, which is telling.
So what is the difference, according to this framework? Petty versus calculated.
Well, petty revenge is usually impulsive, right? Emotional, aimed at causing maybe temporary, localized hurt, like a tantrum.
Okay.
Calculated vengeance, like this. It's structural. It's designed to fundamentally shift the power dynamic, assert dominance, display overwhelming resources. It's about gaining systemic control, not just a quick jab.
It's like the difference between, I don't know, keying someone's car versus buying the car company and discontinuing their favorite model.
Exactly. One is impulsive damage, the other is strategic denial. And the source gives us Alara's own definition of power right here.
Let's hear it.
She tells Liam, emptying that row wasn't petty, Liam. It was a message.
A message.
It said, I have the power to create a void where your prestige should be. It said, I can afford the best view just to keep it from you.
Wow. So the money, the creativity, it wasn't about luxury for herself. It was purely a tool of denial against them.
Precisely. Power defined as the ability to create absence, to deny them the very things they value most: status, recognition, being seen in the right place at the exact moment they crave it.
She didn't just want to hurt them. She wanted to show she controlled the foundation of their public image.
And it wasn't even the final move, that assertion of dominance, the empty row, the play, that was just setting the stage.
Because Genevieve tries one last time, right?
Yep.
Tries to dismiss Alara as a washed-up nobody.
Yep. But Alara just coolly replies that all of this, it's just the opening act.
Chilling. And then she reveals a third weapon.
The media strike. She says she didn't just write the script for the stage, she wrote the one for the press, too.
And the final threat.
Delivered cold. Your secrets don't look good in a 72-point font headline.
So it's a coordinated attack. The play creates the narrative buzz, gets everyone looking.
Maximum public attention focused right on them, yeah.
Okay.
And then the media files, presumably the proof, the doctored video evidence, whatever secrets she has, that's the knockout blow.
Turns public embarrassment into potential professional ruin.
The art creates the story. The files provide the receipts. Masterful escalation.
And the story ends, or at least this part of it, with Alara and Marcus leaving, her finger just hovering over her phone.
Ready to hit send on the command, release the files.
And Marcus asks the big question.
The philosophical question hanging over it all. Justice or revenge? He's seen the whole thing, the cold calculation.
And Alara's answer. right before she sends the files.
It perfectly captures that gray area where strategy meets deep personal satisfaction. Tonight, it's the exact same thing.
So let's recap the strategy here. What are the key elements we saw?
Okay, well, first, using anonymity Ariadne to gain that initial strategic advantage, build resources unseen.
Right. Then the deliberate creation of that public void, the empty row, to physically demonstrate power and deny status.
Followed by weaponizing art, the play itself, to inflict psychological pressure and control the narrative publicly.
And finally, the coordinated media strike. Releasing the evidence when attention is already maxed out for maximum impact.
It's really a case study in using timing, creativity, and significant financial resources to flip the script, turn her own past humiliation into the engine of their downfall.
And proving that sometimes the loudest statement is, ironically, silence or emptiness. An entire front row bought just to deny access.
Which leaves us and you with a final thought to chew on, kind of stemming from Alara's whole approach here.
Go on.
If power in certain contexts can be defined by the ability to create absence, to deny status, deny access, deny a platform, does the sheer effectiveness of the strategy, its structural success, become the main thing that separates what we call justice from calculated strategic vengeance?
Is intent the only differentiator left when the outcome is that total?
Yeah. Think about how often, maybe in politics or big corporate battles, the goal isn't just to win the argument, but to make sure the other side doesn't even get hurt, doesn't get a seat at the table at all, creating that void.
Something to definitely